Good morning, Battle Tested. Today we're going to talk about the Bulgarian Split Squat. So Bulgarian Split Squat is one of our favorite single leg hip dominant exercises. Really great for glutes and hamstrings, and you'll feel it in your quads as well. So a couple of different variations that we do on this. A lot of times when we're first starting somebody and we have someone who their knee wobbles or comes in or whatever, doing a lunge, that's something we can address with the Bulgarian Split Squat. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one foot up, I'm going to place the top of my foot on a bench, I'm going to keep a neutral lumbar spine, I'm going to lower down into a position where this knee is just above the ground. Again, I'm not arching too much, I'm not leaning forward, I want a nice neutral spine. It should be roughly in line with this thigh and ideally parallel to my tibia here on the opposite foot. And to control the knee wobble or knee collapse, I'm going to focus on just pausing here for you can start with 20, 30 seconds, work up to a minute, and I'm just going to try and stabilize that, not let it move back and forth, and then obviously I'll switch sides. Another good benefit of this is on my back leg, I'm getting a pretty significant hip flexor stretch if I'm doing it right, if I'm driving my hips forward without arching my lower back. So great for stabilization. Initially that's what we'll start with, stabilization. Then we'll go into body weight, and from there you can go to dumbbells as well. So basically it's lunge, you can go for dumbbells or barbell. It often surprises people how sore they get even from bodyweight split squats. So definitely we'll start there after the stabilization, go to body weight, and then we can transition to barbells and or dumbbells. So barbell split squat is, you'll just set up on a squat rack. You're going to shoulder the weight like you would a squat. And again, I'm going to place the back foot up. I want to make sure that my feet aren't too far apart or I'm going to be way less stable. And it's going to have a tendency to rotate my hips. So my feet really aren't that far apart. As I lower down, my knee is going to be like 6 to 10 inches behind my opposite heel is all. And drive through the heel. So lowering down, making sure to bend the back leg. And then as I stand up, I'm driving through my heel. Driving through your heel instead of the ball of your foot takes stress off of the knee joint and places it on the hips where we want it. So that is the barbell variation. And you'll do one side for however many reps, then switch to the other side. Next, we will do a dumbbell variation, which we also use. So dumbbells in hands, same setup, same position, foot on top of the bench, and lower down, pause, and up. Lower down, pause, and up. So, dumbbell versus barbell. Either one works great. Dumbbell is obviously going to challenge your grip a little more. Barbell is going to challenge your stability a little more. Dumbbell is safer because you can drop them. Gets a little sketchy when you're struggling on a barbell set. Either one is great. I encourage you to use them both and start slow and build up. That is the Bulgarian. One more thing to mention about the Bulgarian split squat. A lot of times people have an issue getting their knee close to the ground, and they'll tell me, I just can't do it. My knee's nowhere close to the ground. What am I doing wrong? So obviously it could be a strength issue where they're just not strong enough to go low enough, but more frequently than not, it is one of two things. One, their front foot is too far forward, or they're not bending their knee far enough. So let me show you what that means. So if my front foot is really far forward, it's going to be hard to get close to the floor without too much stress on the hip here. So in that case, scoot your foot back and try again. The other thing is if they're not bending their back knee enough, as they lower down, not bending the back knee, this knee tends to come way forward, and so does their hips. So again, the fix there is just to concentrate on bending the back knee and lowering almost straight down as opposed to letting yourself come forward. So front foot is either too far forward or not bending the back knee enough. Those are the two biggest issues.